Yo, what's up, y'all? Drax here. I'm back with another live video. This time I'm gonna react to top 10 reasons Dragon Ball. I was about to say Evolution. Dragon Ball GT disappointed. And it's of course by Scorpion. I finally got the name right because PN with the score, Scorpion. Original video will be in the link in the description. With that being said, let's have a good time getting to know why the series failed on its own. Because personally, I love Dragon Ball Z as a kid growing up. Like I used to come home every day after school and just draw the heck out of Power Rangers and other characters that I grew up with while I was watching Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know how Toonami used to be good back then with all the anime and stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like you know how Toonami used to have good anime stuff in the past. Nowadays, man, it's just not even that great anymore. I don't watch Naruto. I don't watch the new anime everybody likes, except One Punch Man. I just got finished doing the reactions to my other channel, W's Reaction 1. If you look at anime reactions, you will see I do reactions to every single episode to One Punch Man. But that series was good because of the animation and the way that the fight scenes look. Like, the series was good, and if it comes out with the second seasons, you best believe I will be doing a reaction to it because I love that series a lot. Tokyo Ghoul I haven't watched. I watched a little bit of it, but not a lot. I don't even watch Naruto, except I did watch some of it one time when I was like 14. That was way back in 2005. Back when anime was lit. So, enough talk. Let's get on with the reaction. Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super I like the most. I kind of don't like Dragon Ball Super because the animation looked funny and choppy. But if you like it, man, more power to you. But I still prefer Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z over Dragon Ball Super.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. So, back in 2015, when I was starting off making videos on YouTube, I made a video called The Top 10 Reasons Why Dragon Ball GT Sucks Ass.
True,
YouTube won't allow such a discreet title. And since this is a remake of that video, I've had to go with 10 reasons why GT disappointed. I still don't like the series.
I don't like it either.
Now we have Dragon Ball Super to compare it with. Back when I originally made this video, Dragon Ball Super did not...
Let me pause the video for a minute. This is my biggest issue I have with the Dragon Ball Z series itself. Every time when they get a power-up, you always see them transform from Super Saiyan 1 to what? 50? Blue, black, silver? I mean, all that randomly happened in Dragon Ball Super. And which is why I don't even watch Dragon Ball Z anymore, because I think Super just got stupid, to be honest though. Goku has way too much power up, in my opinion.
How Dragon Ball Super
That's just how I feel.
Downs, I think my criticism towards GT has slightly changed, because now I can actually appreciate certain things rather than look down on them. So let's take a look at the top 10 real reasons why Dragon Ball GT disappointed. So without any more delays, let's begin with the list. Number 10, Goku is a kid again. After all that Goku went through growing up, after all the training and opponents he fought,
I was very pissed off when they did that back then. Like,
a kid. I know that the only true reason to why they did this was because they wanted to copy the Dragon Ball series. This is the stupidest thing to do at the beginning of the series. When I saw this as a kid, I was pissed. I
was too.
Was gonna be better than Dragon Ball Z.
They messed them up.
Pretty much a sequel, but I was so wrong. This was done to make Goku weak so that the next opponents he takes on aren't...
Yeah, he did, but I just think he has too much power up, so that's just how I feel.
Then why the fuck would you make a sequel to Dragon Ball Z? Just make it a story in between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. That way they don't have to include such a large roster of characters.
I'm saying ain't a pumpkin pie because it's good.
It would have worked out.
It's way better than sweet potato pie.
Goku became a true badass as an adult, and now we gotta see him act like a 40-year-old all over again. I don't have a problem with Goku as a kid, but when you downgrade him after all he went through in the entire Dragon Ball Z series, that is a massive slap to the face of every Dragon Ball Z fan. Number 9, the character changes. I couldn't believe what they did to every single character of the series. They fucked up everyone.
Did they?
Goku, as we saw, is now a fucking kid. Goten looks nothing like he did at the end of Dragon Ball Z. I know it's been years since that moment that we saw them growing up, but it looked a whole lot better than the design they went with for GT. Both Gohan and Goten look identically the same in GT.
Right.
I think any of us can tell the difference between them if they're in the same spot. Trunks looks like a fruit. I mean, seriously, what's up with a wardrobe? A trench coat with shorts on?
Yeah, that looks really stupid on him.
Did they honestly have to make him look like Super Mario? I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him an Italian accent.
What?
A lot of other characters got fucked up as well. I mean, the worst by far was Vegeta. What the hell were they thinking when they decided to give him a mustache? He looks like a straight-up pedophile. Were they trying to seriously piss off the fans? They did take it off after a while, but they still fucked up.
I mean, the damage is done, bruh.
His hair. Why did they give him a haircut?
Looking like Paulie D from Jersey Shore. Nigga, you was not Italian.
Look more human? It's anime. Anything goes with hairstyles.
Right.
Yugi or Yogi.
True. Yu-Gi-Oh looks better. Yo, look.
That pyramid hairstyle is the
Yu-Gi-Oh looks better than Vegeta.
Other than the character looks, even the designs looked horrible. They all looked like they were a plastic shiny puppet. If you really look at the details, you'll notice that none of the characters look anything close to what they should have looked like. Heck, even Goku has the wrong skin color. Number 8.
Why is he asking?
What happened with these designs? Most of the GT storyline revolves around traveling to different planets to retrieve all 7 Dragon Balls. So you got plenty of different alien designs to go with for some new attachments. However, the artists must have been shit-faced drunk when they came up with most of these designs. I mean, look at this. Here you got a guy dressed up like he's about to star in a space remake of Footloose with Kevin Bacon. He's even got some enormous ears that connect with his cheekbones. Okay, I think they just gave up with the design halfway through, but they didn't have time to make some adjustments. Then there are the Para brothers.
Oh god, I hated those guys.
I have ever seen in the entire Dragon Ball franchise. These guys make the Pilaf gang look like total badasses. Their special ability is to make their opponents dance with
fake Power Rangers / Ginyu Force.
By saying that these guys were their favorite villains in the series, or that their dance moves were beyond their capabilities. I'm surprised GT wasn't canceled when these guys appeared. If the internet was around back then like it is now, I'm sure that the moment they premiered these characters in the next GT episode, everyone would have made thousands of memes based on these guys, saying how the franchise is now butchered, basically getting the reaction that every fan had when they saw the Dragon Ball Super's Episode 5 premiere. Yeah, that was a moment to remember.
You wanna know what's even funny? Nicktoons aired this show every day.
There were barely any redeemable characters in Dragon Ball GT. Baby was a unique character. I can't argue with the fact that he's got a good backstory, good designs, except for the one with Vegeta looking like he fused with American.
Oh no, that looks trash, bruh.
Most of his designs did look great. In fact, he was a good villain and possibly the only good villain to look forward to. Super 17 was also a great character with great designs.
Yeah.
And Omega Shenron, Ice Shenron, and Nova Shenron were also pretty good designs.
Yeah.
But as for the rest of the Shenrons,
no,
they looked god-awful. Almost like the designers seriously ran out of ideas and had to go with the rejected character designs. Every other villain looked like a knockoff version of previous villains that we've seen in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like Dr. Mew. Why does he look identical to Dr. Gero?
What?
When I first saw him as a kid, I thought they were somehow related. Like if Dr. Gero made another...
Yeah, I mean, they both look alike, but...
just like him.
Why?
They aren't related whatsoever. He's a whole different doctor with a whole different PhD. Number 7, the music. The music in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were amazing. They are so good that I even bought the soundtrack score to the series. But the music in GT, what the hell was that?
No, and the music was god awful too.
Soundtrack score.
Listen, I gotta pause the video.
Excluding.
Look, the series in Dragon Ball GT was god awful. It sounds like something you hear in a and it's like something scary, you know, off a horror film or something. Why my face is every time I get a shave? Yeah, I definitely do not like the soundtrack of this GT series because it sounds boring and just like it sounds pretty bad. It sounds pretty bad.
Intro song and outro song. Those two were shockingly outstanding. I could honestly say that the intro and outro songs have a place in my heart. But the rest of the score soundtrack, it sounded like the music from movies that came out of the Sci-Fi Channel. The movies that
My point exactly.
Had a budget of $19. It's so bad. I don't know why there are still fans of the GT series when the entire GT series and the fight scenes don't have a good background song to back it up. The music in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z fit perfectly on every scene to fit the tone of the situation.
Right.
I mean, they fit so well that there are even some parts of the show where my ass would shed a tear. I shit you not. But the music in GT, I guess you could say it does fit in well.
3 things I hate about Dragon Ball GT. 1, it's not non-canon to the manga. 2, Pan and Ginyu were annoying as heck. 3, Piccolo gets killed off. They didn't wish him back.
And you would clearly understand what I mean.
You for real? They killed off Piccolo in GT?
Goku has a small reason to why he's weak, because he's now a kid. But what about the rest? I want to start.
Now I have a reason to hate this show.
Everyone is weak. The only reason to why that would be possible is that it's been so many years after the Buu saga, and everyone has stopped training. So it would be understandable to why they all became a.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to look that up. I can't believe they did not wish Piccolo back.
He fought against Dabura, who happened to have around the same power level as Cell, and Gohan was equal to him. I bring that up because I'm trying to let you know that after so many years of not training, the Z fighters don't get ultra weak. They either stay the same or barely lose any power after so many years. But why is it that when Vegeta goes up against Android 17, he gets his ass kicked? Why is it that all the characters are struggling against the weakest opponents ever?
The only good thing nowadays. Very funny, man. Go ahead.
A giant worm, and he used his strongest attack, the Kamehameha. Yeah, that's his strongest attack. He used it to finish off most of his opponents. And it didn't do shit when he used it against this big-ass worm. When I was a kid and I saw that scene, the first thing that came to my mind was, wait a minute, so you're telling me that that worm can defeat Frieza and Cell? Because that's what it looks like if Goku can't put a scratch on it with his strongest attack. Clearly that isn't true, but they might as well have said it. Then another part. One of the stupidest face-palming moments in the series. When Vegeta is driving around with his slutty daughter and they run into Gohan or Goten, I can't tell which one was it. They both look identical. But let's just say it's Gohan.
Very identical.
They run into him, which he happens to be controlled by Baby, a new villain with the smartest ever. I forgot to add that when I mentioned how cool he was. And he shoots a blast at them, hitting the car, but Vegeta was quick enough to grab his slutty daughter and fly off of the car before taking a hit. Then he tells the slutty daughter to get out of there while he handles the baby. So slutty Vegeta daughter gets back in the car and drives off. What the fuck? Wasn't the car just hit by a ki blast?
That was a pointless scene.
When he attempted his first ki blast, the Kamehameha, he did it on a car and destroyed it. But here, Baby couldn't destroy a fucking car? So Baby can't even destroy a car, yet he takes down Vegeta and the rest. Also, he almost killed Goku. Either Vegeta's car was insured with ki blast protection, or that is enough proof to show you just how weak every single character was in the GT universe. Number 5, non-canon.
Very non-canon.
Not work on the GT series. He only gave Toei Animation permission to use his characters, a decision that I know for a fact he must have regretted. And when I first found out that Toriyama had nothing to do with the GT series aside from a few character designs and the approval to make it, I was so sure that this was the main reason why the series sucked ass. But now that we have Dragon Ball Super, a show that has Toriyama working on it, that means this show was literally doomed to fail. Toriyama doesn't need to be included. We just needed someone like Toriyama.
I'll be right back, guys.
Story instead.
I gotta
He would have done a perfect job, not Toriyama or Toei Animation. Now, let's see what would have saved the GT series. Well, for one thing, they decided to include non-canon material to the story, such as movie characters. Dragon Ball Z did this only once with Garlic Jr., a movie character added in for filler after the Namek Saga. So, if the creators behind Dragon Ball GT couldn't come up with some good character designs or legit storylines, why didn't they take advantage of using movie characters that were loved by fans and have them make a comeback that would add plenty of screen time for them? Maybe even have Raditz come back and become a Super Saiyan or even reach Super Saiyan 4 like Goku. This would have been nostalgic and cooler than ever if both Raditz and Hell came back and they both somehow reached the Super Saiyan 4 transformation so Goku could go up against those epic to see. But no.
Let me see some.
Instead, make way for the Para brothers. Number 4. The storylines were ripped off of Dragon Ball. The funny thing about this show is that when I first saw it, I was about 10 years old, and even there I was saying the exact same thing as I am now. Usually when I see something as a kid, I don't notice if something was bad. Like with Mortal Kombat Annihilation, when I was a kid, I thought it was good.
Sorry, guys.
Video game.
I
grew up and I realized it was a shit stain on a cassette tape. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I caught the fact that Dragon Ball GT was an exact rip-off of Dragon Ball. Think about it. In Dragon Ball, Goku takes on Demon King Piccolo and his children. Don't the dragons from GT look very similar to those ones? Then Goku kills Super Android 17 by piercing through his body, just like how Goku pierced through Demon King Piccolo's body. You see what I mean? These fuckers couldn't even come up with their own material.
Oh, wow, really?
They ripped off almost everything from Dragon Ball.
Why would they do that?
Number 3, the plot holes. Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z had their share of
This show is full of plot holes.
How many there are in GT? It's embarrassing. They tried coming up with a new storyline by saying that there has been another 7 Dragon Balls that aren't meant to be taken. Then why the fuck have them around? Then later on in the series, they say that the Dragon Balls are breaking and unleashing evil dragons based on each ball because they have been used far too many times. Really? Is that just your excuse of having dragon-looking enemies just
that makes no sense.
I think we wouldn't realize just how much you ripped off Dragon Ball. The only plot holes I can think about in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are the tie-ins with the movies. And since we can't really tie them into the series, then we like to think that they are a part of a different universe, right? But here, when all hell breaks loose into Earth, they include the villains from the movies like Cooler. I'm totally okay with the inclusion of movie characters, but they weren't even used wisely.
Right.
Number 2, plot lines. So we talked about the plot holes, now let's get down to the bigger mess, the plot lines. Turning Goku into a kid was the start of a doomed storyline. Fighting opponents weaker than themselves and being afraid of them is another. Hiding from weak-ass enemies, fighting giant worms and getting their asses kicked by 3 little fellas in red spandex who dance off and make you dance with them? What the fuck? I'm glad that Team 4-Star...
Yeah, man, WWE should be a porn company based on how they film and direct. But when they're here to talk about wrestling, we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z.
When it comes down to these guys, it's priceless. I'm not done. It gets worse. What the hell was up with the reason to how the enemies from hell arrived on Earth? Oh yeah, the way to make it happen is by saying the same thing out loud that someone else in hell says at the same time. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm pretty sure a lot of people in hell say fuck a lot. And more than 1 billion times have they said the word when someone else on Earth has said it at the same time. Does that mean hell can break loose right now? Jeez, how did these fuckers make this series happen? Did Toriyama not look at the storyline they had in mind? Even the ending was bad. Goku takes off with Shenron because he thinks that as long as he's around, Earth will always be in danger. What, did he forget that he's tried that already? That's the reason why he didn't want to come back after Cell killed him. They could have just ended it by defeating Omega Shenron and leaving it at that. Fuck it. They didn't try with the series anyways, so just end it. Another major problem I had with this show was how Vegeta got his Super Saiyan 4 transformation. He didn't even train to achieve it. Bulma used some fucking dishes to make Vegeta go Super Saiyan 4. That would never happen.
For real?
Vegeta would never agree to go Super Saiyan 4 by using that shit. He would train until he finally achieves it himself, just like he did with Super Saiyan Red and Blue. Number 1, Pan. This bitch had to be the one. GT had so many.
I cannot stand her.
This bitch is the most annoying character in all of anime, and there are a lot of annoying.
Like seriously.
She just wouldn't shut up. Pen is like the Scrappy Doo of Scooby Doo. Pen is like the Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars. She is the little annoying girl from Tailspin. She is like Mr. Satan if he never got what he deserved. Imagine that shit. She was the real shit-flavored bubblegum stuck underneath your shoes that just couldn't peel off. Fry Pan was the reason why I hated the GT series from the start. Her voice is annoying no matter what dub you're listening to.
Yo.
And the one thing that adds the cherry on
Pan sucked a lot.
Pan is the only character who did not die. Yeah, that sounds fucked up, but she ain't real. Only real annoying. And I mean that she did not die at all. GT released only one movie, and at the beginning of it, they say that it's been so many years that have passed, and everybody we know has died, except Pan. She became an old granny and was teaching another little Goku to fight. Then in the movie, that little Goku has to find the Dragonball to help Pan out because she got sick or something. And she was finally about to fight the dust. But then she didn't. Remember at the end of the Star Wars Episode 6, the latest version of it, they have a parade and you can hear Jar Jar Binks in the background still alive? That was Pan for us anime fans. What a fucking disappointment. Now, to sum it up, GT had a few little good ideas. Super Android 17 was a pretty badass character, but the fact that two Android 17s fused and became that powerful sounds like bullshit to me. Unless I'm right about the fact that everyone got so weak to the point that Super 17 was a major challenge to them. Baby was another interesting character. If the story wasn't so boring and it didn't feel like we were watching the Garlic Jr. saga all over again, then maybe that would have been the only good saga to come from GT. Same goes for the Super 17 saga. But the saga just wasn't executed wisely. Like the part where all hell broke loose. They pulled it off poorly and made awesome past villains look like Frieza henchmen. Which I would understand, but since the Z-Fighters are super weak in this universe, I'm pretty sure Nappa would have been enough to take down all the good guys. I'm not exaggerating either. Remember what happened with the Key Blast of the car. The music was downright horrible, but the theme song and the credit song were actually very beautiful.
Straight up. Vegeta never trained to get Super Saiyan 4. He never did. He never did. They handed it to him.
I want to give this show some credit for
I'm gonna get to that when at the end of the video.
But it was unnecessary. Dragon Ball will always be in our memories. It will never be forgotten, and we will always look back and say it wasn't the same after Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I hope other anime shows take notes and don't ever let the studio animation take control of a franchise instead of the, well, I would say instead of the anime creator, but if the anime creator has run out of ideas as well, then just leave it as it is. Don't continue the series any longer. And with that said, that's it.
Look, what you just said right there about Vegeta getting... Nigga, what are you talking about? Can we get off the porn stuff already? We're talking about Dragon Ball Z, not, that. What you just said about Vegeta getting everything when he got Super Saiyan 4 handed to him without any training. This is the same exact thing the WWE is doing with part-timers coming back, get a shot at the World Championship without even training or anything. Alright, man. If you're a horny man, get off of my live stream. Alright, man, I gotta go, man. You being fruity right now.